Y bienvenidos amigos, vamos a jugar un poco de Godus. Ya acabamos Darksiders 2 hace rato. Entonces ya nos toca buscar un juego nuevo en que entretenernos. Y vamos a ver si Godus es ese juego. Godus es un simulador de dioses, por decirlo de algún modo. O sea, tú pretendes que eres un dios. Y este juego ha sido muy criticado porque creo que fue uno de sus Kickstarters que les fue muy bien y no entregaron lo que prometieron. Entonces, bueno, desde aquel entonces el juego está sufriendo por encontrar un público, una audiencia, pero siempre que sacan una actualización lo mandan a chingar a su madre. Le ha ido mal al juego. Y creo que ya está abandonado desde hace algunos años. O sea, ya no hay más actualizaciones. Ya está completamente ignorado, ¿no? Entonces, bueno, pues vamos a ver. Vamos a ver de qué se trata este juego, aunque sea un par de horas. Aunque sea esta noche, a ver hasta dónde llegamos. A mí me gustan los juegos de simulación, entonces... eh, ok, sí. Ok. Les hicimos una escalera. Nada más estamos esculpiendo la tierra. Es todo lo que estamos haciendo. ¿Cómo podemos seguirlos? Ok, con el teclado. Estamos haciendo un caminito a estos güeyes para que se puedan mover. Lindo el juego, está muy bonito. Les tiré. Moscas, ¿por qué? Ay, perdóname, ahí estás. ¿A dónde creen que van a ir estos mensos? Ah, mira. Y se van a enfermar si pasan por ahí. Ni vi el mensaje que decía. Yo solo espero estar haciendo la isla que quieren estos mensos. Ok.
Okay, you've just been asked to remove rocks. The rocks are a fantastic store of belief. My first big tip to you is don't destroy too many rocks, because later on they're a really good way of getting that and topping up your belief. They seem like a negative, but actually later in the game when you're not mining, they become a positive. So be careful with your rocks.
Dice que no destruyan las rocas. Eso dice el desarrollador. Ok. Vamos a ver. ¿Y por qué no? ¿Por qué no destruir las rocas si las odio con todas mis fuerzas? Mis principales enemigos son rocas. Ujú. Pero, pero si el desarrollador me acaba de decir que no rompa todas las rocas. Ok. Acabo de inspirar a un constructor. Bueno, ¿y qué más quieres? Tal vez podemos reducir este espacio. No se me antoja destruir los árboles, porque, bueno, no quería destruir árboles, pero bueno, parece que ya no tuve opción. Qué relajado juego, nada más tengo que destruir porquerías. Ah, mira, no soy poderoso todavía. Me voy a arrepentir. No quería destruir los árboles, perdónenme. Las palmeras, pues. Pero pues ya. Tampoco quería quitarle a los peces su laguito, pero bueno. Esto es como SimCity, pero prehistórico. Me van a dar un... Ah, ok.
Here we are in the timeline. Now, we've gone through a ton of revisions, haven't we, on the timeline?
Yeah, started out as a book, and then where do we go from a book? I think we had many iterations of the timeline.
Yeah, many iterations. And really what we wanted to get to is a feeling for you that you were in control of what was unlocked and when it was unlocked. So there's two stages. That first, the first strip, you can scroll through now and you can see where your advances are happening. There's some truly exciting advances in there. New to the PC build is the completely new settlement thing. We'll come to that later. But you need to be a little bit strategic, especially with the cards in the second row, which is the cards that you've discovered or unlocked by filling your bars up, and that you're going to unlock with stickers. Now, my big advice to you is don't waste your stickers. You're going to they seem like you've got a lot of stickers at the start of the game, but as you go through, you'll realise that, say, being very strategic about the use of your stickers. Now, this first one is about New Age settlers, and it allows you to build this new abode.
So, I mean, you can use the undiscovered cards timeline to see, have you got more than one type of card coming in after one another, and decide whether you want to save up. I'll end up having a few cards that I never complete because I want to save up for something bigger, because it gets tougher later on.
Yeah, definitely. And again, this is part of the kind of deeper strategy. The thing I like about this is that if you can't be bothered with that strategy, you don't. Right, you've received your first proper abode. Now, abodes have followers in them. There are two types of followers that live in this type of abode. That one are breeders. If an abode has breeders in, that means more people will be bred. Fairly obvious that. They also have workers. Now, you will notice that a little pip appears over an abode when a worker has something to do. You can click on that pip. At this moment, that's pretty much the only thing you can do with workers, but very soon now you'll be unlocking leashing. There's lots of powerful things that you can do with leashing. So it will seem a little bit grindy for a while. We just want to get you totally used to the idea that workers live in abodes, breeders breed, abodes give you things like belief. So bear with us, because the real strategy starts coming in a little bit later.
Ok. Muy bien. A ver, pues.
Complete them.
Siento mal de destruir esos pececitos. Vamos a dejar los pececitos en paz.
Complete them.
Okay, now you've got the Restore Ruin card. This allows you to direct your followers to repair these ruins, which, generally speaking, will unveil different parts of the land. Now, later on in the game, there are different routes that you can take. Some of these will require either a lot of your resources or a lot of your followers to do. Generally speaking, the more followers you put into this, the faster they'll be discovered. So I always like trying to get a follower to one of these temples as soon as I possibly can, and we'll be talking about that a little later. This is another feature which has been in the game for a long time. I really love the idea that you can use the resource of your followers either to build more, to expand your population, or you can use them to do things like restore your own world.
And this card unlocks not just repairing these beacons, but other things in the world as well. Some things that we're actually hidden beneath the landscape right now. But you'll be able to repair anything once you've got this card.
Ok. Ok. Estoy obteniendo cosas. Estoy obteniendo porquerías. Esto es como una historia alterna. Mira. Ah, ¿qué es esto? Aquí hay otro. Pero no lo puedo agarrar. O sea, me tengo que expandir para que vaya agarrando las cosas. Ya, ok.
You've just unlocked belief. Possibly the most valuable of all the resources in Godus. Belief allows you to sculpt anywhere. It allows you to use some of the god powers that you'll be unlocking in the next hour. And the more belief you have, the more powerful you feel as God. The main way is to leave your followers in an abode so they generate belief faster. Now, don't think that you're probably thinking at the moment, oh, well, I don't like leashing around and collecting my belief like that. We've got a solution for you later on. We allow you to group all your settlements together, so you only have to tap.
Suena medio triste toda la explicación del juego. Suena como
collecting belief at the start.
Como alguien que no confía en su chingadera.
Start of the game is it reminds you, it pulls you back to your original settlers to pick up the belief. You'll also notice in the bottom left-hand corner that little pulsing belief ball shows you that you've got uncollected belief. We didn't quite have time to allow you to click on that to zoom to the place where the belief is, but we'll pick that up later on. You are now able to sculpt not only sand, but to sculpt grass. But beware, because it costs you that valuable belief to sculpt on grass. The higher you sculpt, the more expensive. So don't, at this point, go to the top of a mountain and start sculpting it down. You'll run out of belief within seconds. Keep your sculpts to the lowest level of grass, and I would use this at this point to maybe think about going on a bit of a treasure hunt. Now, we've hidden loads of chests around this first area, and just using your sculpting power to find some of those chests. They're going to give you stickers, and those stickers are going to allow you to unlock cards. It's great to have a little store of those stickers because it gives you the flexibility later on.
Yeah, where the sculpting's in kind of small drags rather than these big land maneuvers, it means that you can kind of be a little cheeky when it comes to some of these chests and just notch out the land a little bit at a time, and that way if you can just see the chest poking out, sometimes you can get hold of it without having to burn a huge ton of belief.
Ya construí una cosa aquí y quién sabe qué diablos.
Okay, Pit of Doom. This is the first PC exclusive feature and it unlocks gems. Now here's the thing. I love as a designer the concept of gems. The gems on the PC are very, very different to gems on mobile. Gems on the PC allow you to use your skill to find and collect and hoard gems, and then using those gems on different areas of the game. If you want things to go faster, if you want a building to go faster, you can do that. If you want to give your followers gifts, you can do that. If you want to go through voyages with more followers, you can do that. Gems really allow you to use your impatience or your curiosity to mod the game. They're not something to be frightened about. And you'll notice on the PC as well, there's no way of buying gems with money. We don't want you to buy with money. You've already spent your money on this game. We want you to use your skill as a gamer to collect as many gems as possible. Now, there's two approaches to gems. The first approach is a turtle approach. I am a turtle. I like hoarding stuff and feeling rich. So collecting as many gems as you can, but don't spend them unless you feel you actually have to. The second approach is the spendthrift approach, and that means as soon as you get a gem, you spend it. Your average on average, you probably only have 4 or 5 gems at any one time, where the turtle will have up to 100 gems. Don't be frightened of these. These are exciting gameplay features. They've been balanced. This is balanced for you. I would warn you though, if you overspend at the start, you might live to regret it. You're going to get through the game faster than the turtle, but you're going to come to a point where you just wish you had more of those gems. There's always gems to find. There's 3 ways of getting gems. The first way is the Pit of Doom. Again, if you're a vengeful god, just sacrifice your followers. They'll go into the Pit of Doom and you'll get one, occasionally more than one, a gem. Just try different followers going into the Pit of Doom. There may be different results. That will give you a gem. But notice that your followers will become very unhappy. That doesn't seem to have an effect now, but it will later on. The second way is to do voyages. You're going to have voyages later on. These are directly related to your skill. At protecting your followers in a different minigame. And the third way is treasure hunting. You can go around and find chests which have gems hidden in them. Any or all of these ways are valid ways of getting gems.
Yo no quería romper el árbol. Comunicarse con los humanos. Ok. Ah, necesito 30 para... Ah, ok, ya. Oh, ya veo, ok. Muy bien. ¿Qué es esto? No, no quiero gastar mis gemas porque me acaba de decir que las gemas son muy importantes. Ya podemos crear casitas en la hierba. Ah, mira, va a crear una casita ahí. No, sí puede subir. Qué hermoso. Qué bonito eso. Ahí vas hacia una vida mejor, amigo. Míralo nada más, el rey en su castillo aquí. Ahí va, tomando su tiempo. Dando toda esa vuelta estúpida. Eso está de la verga. No está nada bien planeado eso, siento. Ok. No mames. Bueno, ya tenemos una casita más ahí. Qué locura. A ver dónde construyen sus casitas estos güeyes. Total, ya estamos hasta acá. Vamos a llegar acá. Yo no sé por qué eso dice empty. Ni si podemos hacer algo ahí eventualmente. ¿Será que podemos cerrar todo esto? Para generar un poquito de tierra acá. ¿Me estoy gastando mi belief? No. No, ya no. Ya tengo una nueva carta, muy bien. Ahí voy, ahí voy. ¿Cómo chinga esa madre? Le urge que vea mi nueva carta, ya voy. Debe haber una manera más fácil de hacer esto. Más cómoda. Ah, mira.
Okay, you've just unlocked the Living Society card. This is an example of, do you waste your stickers on this? Do you, as a god, care about your followers being happy or being friends? Now, we are going to be introducing a lot about happiness. You'll notice on the right-hand side of the screen, there is a happiness bar. You may think, well, who cares? I don't really care about your happiness. Happiness is going to become very important later on. We'll talk about it when we come to it. But you know, I've played this game without unlocking the Living Society, and okay, my followers are a little bit unhappy, but who cares less? Maybe you don't want to waste those stickers at the moment. Next is the Temple of Doom. This is the first PC exclusive feature that we have, and we'll be talking about that. It's a really exciting feature.
Bueno, ¿y ahora qué sigue? Está lindo. Está relajante el juego también. ¿Cuántas horas podría pasar uno en esta madre? Nos pusimos el Living Society, pero pues no sé. ¿Quiere uno ser un dios benévolo? ¿De eso se trata? ¿De ser un dios buena onda? Control directo de los seguidores. ¿Queremos control directo de los seguidores? Wow, sí hay mucha tierra. Ahí están las gemas, ok. Las fabulosas gemas que me prometen emocionantes features. Qué horror, güey, llamarle a unas gemas microtransacciones feature emocionante es como... No deberían de hacer eso, amigo. Sí, no manejaron nada bien, nada bien. Nada más de escuchar todo lo que dicen estos güeyes es como... no sé si creerles, amigos. Sé que... Ah, ok. Ah, huevo, que sí puedo rotar. Yo pensaba que no. Nada más que ya me confunde un poco. Esto rotado, ya no sé ni qué pedo. Ah, que la verga. Solo por sacar un pinche tesoro de aquí. No, no sé. Luego vemos. Vamos a dejar de mover eso. Vamos a ver qué
The
dice aquí.
leash, at last. For me, this is where the game really starts to be a bit more strategic. Deciding where your followers go, what they build, deciding whether or not you want to leash your followers to the pit of doom and get those lovely gems from sacrificing their lives. This is where it starts. Now, there's lots of different ways to use the leash. The first is to just tap and hold on a single follower and then direct them to where you want them to go. This can be to shrines of expansions that you've unlocked. This can be to repair different buildings. This can be to build things. This can be to take them and see what they will do. If you take a follower next to someone who's dead, you'll notice that they'll react differently. This is a way, we think, of you breaking their free will. It's fine to use the leash as much as you want. Later on, in a subsequent update, we're tracking the amount of time you take the free will away from your followers. So there is going to be a consequence to what I call over-leashing, but at the moment, feel free to do whatever you want with your followers.
This is that's my favourite thing to do, actually, when you just get you save up your belief and you get about 15 people and lead them to a massive area of land that you've prepared, and then just leash and let them all go to it and just start a massive building project. This is also the way that you get people to the pit of doom, just in case you're wondering. And this was a replacement for the totem that we originally had, which was a lot harder to balance and a little bit more fiddly, and this was our more tactile way of giving this mechanic.
Yeah, and it does feel really nice to have that tactile feedback on your followers, to actually pick a follower up and decide exactly where they will go. Again, this is another thing I love about our approach.
Okay.
Is you may never use the leash. You can just sprog. It's called sprogging. If you tap on a follower pip above a house, you don't have to bother about it, but it does allow you for deeper strategies, really planning out your world. Sculpting an area that's up high, for example, will give you more belief when they generate belief, but you'll need to get your people there, and using the leash to do that is a fantastic way.
You can also use this mechanic on trees or rocks to destroy trees or rocks. The same with collecting belief. So clicking and holding on any object in the world and dragging will usually give the same result.
Okay. Una gema por un pendejo. Será mejor que no abuse de eso.
Okay, you've reached voyages. This is a completely separated mini game. Now, the point is, when you're doing a voyage, remember your homeworld is carrying on playing, so you know it's a great thing to do if you're waiting around for your followers to build things. After you've done this introductory voyage, you're going to have lots of voyages to choose from. Each one of those voyages can give you rewards for completing a land, like extra gems, more belief, more stickers, and later on some of the more resources. Also, as you do each of those lands, some of those lands we've hidden chests in, so there's some really nice bonuses to find in there. Generally speaking, when you complete a voyage, there's a big reward at the end, so it's well worth spending your time. Big tip here. Make sure when you go off and do your voyage, you've set your world up so there's lots of building going on. So when you've completed a voyage, you can come back and everything is all going to be set in place and the things being built. This is the whole ethos of the game. This is not a game that is you just do one thing at a time. There's lots of things that you can do at a time. You should not be waiting around, especially on the on this build. You should never be waiting around. There's always things for you to do.
Vamos a tratar de expandir. Ahí voy, pues. Está por un maldito cofre. Güey, no se ve nada. Ah, aquí está. ¿Es esto? Estuvo bien porque fue un sticker más. Ok. Vamos a coleccionar la fe. Vamos a hacerle caso a este pendejo. Ok, esto está cagado. Esto es como una aventura alterna de Sims. No está nada mal esto. Está lindo. Como silban los pendejos, qué divertido. What? Suben por acá, por acá. ¿No? Tac, tac, tac. Tac. ¿Eso fue más rápido? ¿Me va a dar más puntos? Empieza aquí, tac. Quizás lo que no me gusta es que el juego depende mucho de que tú hagas estas pendejaditas, ¿no? Si no las haces, o sea, ¿cuántas de estas son? Ya me aburrió.
Bigger abodes. Now, this has been quite a little. You've had quite a lot of waiting around, haven't you, to get this card? You have to get your population up to about 60. Don't this is why, if you're finding yourself waiting too much, spend those gems to speed up those house buildings. I would say to you is sand is great to expand up your population. If you sculpt on sand, remember it's free. You can always spread people for absolutely free, for no belief whatsoever. But, you know, a lot of little abodes on sand, it's not really, you're not really investing long term. It's better to get those abodes on grass. So I would focus on getting that first area just sculpted out and get to those bigger abodes because they're much more efficient generating belief. The followers like living in bigger abodes. They like advancing through those abodes.
Okay. Ajá, quién sabe qué está haciendo ese güey. Pero ok. Ok. A ver, se pongan a chambear todos. Ya son las 9 de la noche. Como que ya es hora de cenar. Y es hora de... No está mal este juego. Quizás es... ¿Porque es demasiado relajado? ¿Por qué se habrá enojado la gente con este juego? No entiendo.
Unlock this card. It's incredibly valuable. Those rocks that are getting in the way, they really can be a great source of belief. Also, if you're finding yourself waiting around, use the leash loads. Almost every, at this stage of the game, almost every follower in your world should be building something. So leash to a spare plot, sprog a spare plot, and you'll be speeding through this section. We really, in design terms, I really want you to, the reason why we slightly pause the game here, I really want you to get used to leashing. I want you to get used to this way of gameplay. If something is taking a long time, focus on something else. If building another new thing on the PC is there's another race of people on this land. They're called Astari. They're cute, they're small, and they love to party. And at this stage of the game, they don't seem any threat at all. They will sit on mountaintops and taunt your followers and distract them from the tasks they're doing. All you have to do to get rid of them at this stage is just sculpt near them. That'll scare them away. And you want to do that because otherwise they're going to distract their followers. I must warn you though, they are going to become increasingly a challenge for you to deal with. Later on in the game you're going to be using god powers on them. Go and visit their settlement. If you want to do that now, you can hunt around the landscape, or you can wait until further things are unlocked. This is going to be a real challenge for you. It's going to be a real challenge on your happiness. It's going to be a real challenge for your belief, and it's a completely new feature.
¿Qué? ¿Se fue a dormir? Ah, ¿por qué? Le molestaron mucho los Ascari. A los Ascari, sir. Pues necesito como cosas. Ok. Ya gasté mis primeras. Ahora destruir piedras me va a dar más belief. Que no sé si sea realmente benéfico eso, pero bueno. Vamos a considerar que sí lo es. Bueno. Con sus patitas en la arena, güey. No más. Güey, me conmovió. Te quité la playa, amigo. Lo siento, pero... No, no. ¿Qué va a hacer? Voy a construir este mamón. Mi sueño es llenar de hierbita esto. Salen una lana. Lo bueno es que tenemos un chingo de fe por ahí desperdigada. Tenemos un chingo de todo. Tratar de darle un poco de sentido a esto. Para que todos estén al mismo nivel. Mejor me arrepiento, pero... Espero estén construyendo algo sabroso. Un burdel, por ejemplo. Tan, 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 tan. Wow. Esto suena muy bien. Mm. Ok. Ah, ok. Está de la verga. Creo que ni lo hubiera adquirido. Fue mucho gasto para que no sea tan útil, ¿saben? ¿Qué pedo con los Astaris? Están bien raros. O sea... ah. ¿Por qué me abrió otra vez el primero? Pinches escandalosos son estos pendejos. Hmm. Hmm. ¿Será que lo dejamos así? Se abrió uno de tierra más. Tienen que recorrer un caminote. Está bien. ¿Y cómo meto más seguidores aquí? Tiene una historia medio pitera. No entendí. Mm, ah. ¿Qué del nabo, güey? Responde como quiere esto. El sculpting, la dificultad es que responde como quiere. Güey, salte de aquí. ¿Por qué no se sale ese güey de ahí? No, güey, son unos ineptos. No, güey, no están funcionando esto. Tienen que irse para acá, mis amigos, mis amores. Si no, nunca van a llegar. La ruta está bloqueada. ¿Para quién? Pues que, ¿qué hace aquí? Vamos, amigo. Qué tontería, güey. 2 estrellas, pues sí, porque son bien estúpidos. Bueno, voy a salir un ratito porque voy a bajar a cenar y le vamos a dar de cenar a mi gorda. Estamos jugando Godus, que es simulación de dios. O más bien de terraformista o algo así. Nada más tienes que generar tierra y ya. No haces otra cosa en este juego. Generas la tierra para que la gente avance y pues de eso se trata. En fin, yo voy a regresar más tarde para jugar 1 o 2 horas más. Pero mientras tanto nos vamos a cenar y también le vamos a dar de cenar a mi perra Nico para que no proteste. En fin, nos veré más tarde. Bye, on.